welcome to the cardiovascular part of your seated exercise program. So before, you may have seen the other video about muscle strengthening, the resistance program to help build those muscles. Today we're going to do a few exercises, a little circuit to help boost your cardiovascular fitness, improve your heart muscle and your general circulatory system. So to do that, all we're going to need is a good sturdy chair like so, alright, something preferably with a back on that you can lean against if you need to. Something like a dining room chair or something like that would be absolutely fine. Avoid doing it on a sofa or anything, it just gets a little more difficult because they tend to be quite low down. The other things you'll be needing are a set of light hand weights like so you can buy these from any sort of online retailer, one of those large conglomerate ones that I won't mention, or a high street store. You can usually get these from sort of a sports shop or something like that. If you don't want to splash out on a fancy set of weights, that's absolutely fine, I've got you covered. In true Blue Peter style, what you can do is grab yourself a bottle. This one is a litre bottle, and fill it with water or some other suitable clear liquid. And a litre bottle like this will weigh approximately 1 kilogram. So if you do want a lighter bottle, you can either half fill it, or you can just get yourself a 500ml bottle, and that would be obviously be half a kilo. And you can do the weights exactly the same, just with one of those. Also, it hurts less when you drop it on your foot. Not that I'm advocating you drop it on your foot, don't do that. And the last thing you'll need is a resistance band like so. Now if you've done the resistance exercise video before, you should have one of these lurking about somewhere. And as I said before in the other video, these come in a variety of strengths and colours, so try and find one that's suitable for yourself. Something that's not too hard, it's not too taxing on your muscles. This is just gentle active recovery. We're not too worried about strengthening the muscles too much in this section today. Okay, so good. So they're the things you're going to be needing. Before we start doing the exercise, it's important to remember about chair positioning. Okay, so at the moment I'm sure you're all nice and relaxed at the back of a chair, and I know it seems silly that I'm going to teach you how to sit in a chair today, but I promise you there is good reason for it. So at the back of the chair, this is our resting zone, alright, so we're relaxed at the back of the chair and we're just having a nice chill out. And at any point during the activity today, do you feel you need to just take a moment out, getting a little bit tired, or you just want a bit of a rest, you can just come back to this position and just relax there. If you can, just keep your toes just gently tapping for me, alright? Just nice and gently out in front of you. And when you've recovered and you're ready to join in the exercise, you can come to the working zone of the chair. So that is sitting at the front of the chair, a gap between you and the back, sitting nice and upright, pull your tummy button in, getting nice and ready, and you can join back in with the exercise as we go. Good. So, if you need to pause the video at this point to prepare yourself for doing the activity, then do so. Alright, but if you're ready, then we're going to start with the warm-up. Right then, just before we start doing the warm-up, I'm just going to let you know that this session today should last about 30 minutes. We're going to do about a 10-minute warm-up, a 10-minute conditioning phase. We'll do some of those circuit exercises, and then we'll have a 10-minute cool-down and a few stretches and bits and pieces to finish off with today. So, if you're ready, I'll get you to hip roll to the front of your chair, sitting nice and upright at the front of your chair, and all we're going to do is we're going to start those toes tapping away for me. Alright, so tapping those toes nice and gently. Remember, take it all at your own comfortable pace, do what's right for you, work with your own comfortable range of movement. Any point that you feel any sort of discomfort or anything like that, or you want to have that rest, remember you can just relax at the back of the chair and just keep those toes tapping nice and gently for me until you feel ready to continue with the exercise. Tapping away. Good. We're going to keep our toes in contact with the floor, and we're just going to do a few heel raises. So the heels are coming off the floor now. Remember, take it all at your own comfortable pace. I tend to get a little bit excited and go off far too quickly. Excellent. And again, we're going to return to those toe raises, alright? So just tapping those toes for me. Good. Try and keep nice and upright in the chair if you can. I can already feel myself slumping down in the chair slightly, so try and keep yourself nice and upright. Pull that belly button in towards you. Exercise those core muscles. And we're going to go back into our heel raises again. Good, so raising those heels off the floor, toes stay in contact with the floor, just a little raise of those heels. Good. You may feel yourself starting to get a little bit warmer, feel your heart rate coming up a bit more. That's absolutely fantastic as long as you're feeling nice and comfortable. Remember, if you're getting a bit too breathless, just take some time out and recover if you need to. Excellent. Let's step things up a little bit more and we're going to go into a heel dig. So heel dig out in front. So the heel goes down to the floor with an extended leg, toes up towards the ceiling. So heel dig out and alternate legs for me. And again, just keep with your own comfortable range of movement and at your own speed for me. And remember that at any time that you feel sort of this is too much for you, or you feel you're getting a bit too breathless, or your legs are feeling achy, you can just return to those toe taps or those heel raises if you need to, okay? And hopefully over time, we're doing this a few times, you'll find it starts to get easier and easier. So keep doing those heel digs if you can. Remember, sit nice and upright in the chair. Very good. So we're going to bring the feet back to the middle now, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of a march, okay? So bringing the whole foot off the floor. So don't bring those knees too high, about an inch off the floor, and then pop them back down again. And again, just keep it nice and gentle. This is just a warm up, don't need to do too much at the moment. Take it nice and gently as we go. Again, this can tie the legs quite quickly. You might feel it in your thighs a little bit more. So again, if you need to, you can just return to the heel raises or the toe raises as you see fit, okay? But if you're able to, you can keep on with those marches. Good, we're going to do 30 more seconds, keep going for me. Excellent, good, alright, bring those feet to a stop for me, and if you can, just keep those toes tapping just nice and gently. We're going to do a few mobilisation exercises just to prepare the joints, the major joints ready for the activity, okay? So relax the arms down by the chair, try and sit nice and upright. And again, what we're going to do is we're going to roll those shoulders back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So pushing the shoulders all the way forwards, all the way back, all the way up, all the way down again. Very good. Give those arms a shake out. Very good. Excellent. And we're going to do a few shoulder shrugs, okay? So arms down by the side, and we're going to bring our shoulders up towards our ears, and then relax back down. So up we go again, and relax. 2 more for me. And relax. Last one. Raise them up towards your ears, and then relax back down. Give your arms a bit of a shake out. Good. We're going to do a few side bends. Alright, so just prepare all the muscles in your core ready for the activity. So holding on to the side of the chair. All you're going to do is release one hand and you're just going to dip down on that side. So reach down towards the floor, back up to the middle. And again, same on that same side, so reaching down and back up. Reaching down and back up. Last one, reaching down to the side and back up again. Very good. Hold on with that hand and we're going to release the other hand this time. And we're going to reach down towards the floor. I like to think that you're reaching down to grab a biscuit and dunking it in your tea. Good. 2 more on this side, reaching down, slide down to the side, back up, and we're going to do 1 more on this side for me, reaching down and back up again. Very good. Give those arms a bit of a shake out. And the last one we're going to do is going to do a quick hamstring stretch. So what we're going to do is just make sure we're right at the front of the chair. Heel dig one of our feet out, toes are going to point towards the wall opposite, sitting nice and upright in our chair. You may already feel a slight stretch down the back of the leg and the hamstring. Pop your hands on your opposite leg, the one that should be bent at the moment, and you're just going to flex forward slightly from that point, feeling a bit of a stretch up the back of the other leg. If this causes any pain or discomfort, just ease out and just avoid doing this. I'm just going to hold it for a couple more seconds and we're going to ease out again. Very good. Have a wiggle of those feet just to ease that off. So there should be a little bit of discomfort in the back of the leg but no pain. So we're going to do this on the other leg. So heel dig the other leg out, toes pointing towards the wall opposite. Sit nice and upright in your chair. Hands on your opposite bent leg and you're going to flex forwards from that point. Feel the stretch up the back of this leg that's straight out in front of you. Hold that position. Very good. And relax out. Good. Excellent. So we've done a little bit of the warm-up. We're going to now move on to the next stage of it, and we're going to make things a little bit more complicated. Okay, so we're going to go back to our toe raisers for me. So tap those toes away. And if you're feeling comfortable, you can release the arms down, and we're going to have a bit of an arm swing. An arm. Don't know why I said it like that. Good. So at any point you find yourself getting a bit too breathless doing this, you can just leave the arms out and just go back to your toe taps. That's absolutely fine. But if you're feeling comfortable, then continue with that arm swing. And if you find you're getting too breathless, and remember you can always have a relaxed back to the back of the chair if you need to, and just allow time for yourself to recover. Good, excellent. And we're going to go into our heel raisers again for me. So the toes stay in contact with the floor, we're going to raise those heels up. And to make this one a little bit more difficult, we're going to bring a tap and a clap in. So keep the hands nice and low to begin with. We can always make it more difficult at the end. Keep going for me, doing really well. Very good, and we're going to go back to our heel digs again for me. So we're going to do those heel digs again. But again, to make this a little bit more intensive, what we're going to do is we're going to bring an arm curl in, okay? So we're going to curl those arms to bring the hand up towards the shoulder. Keep those elbows tucked in towards the side. And again, if you find this is a little bit too much, what you can do is just leave the arms out or slow your pace down slightly if you need to. Good. So again, you probably find your breathing starting to come up a little bit more now, feeling a little bit warmer. Keep it with your own comfortable range of movement and at your own speed. Remember, this is just the warm-up. Excellent. Couple more for me, doing really well. Good. And we're going to go back to our march again, okay? So just march those feet away. So in this sort of marching, what we're going to do is we're going to do a march and sprint. So we're just going to march our feet for a few seconds, and then on the count of 3, we're going to sprint our feet as quickly as we can, okay? So marching away for me, and 1, 2, 3, sprint those feet. 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. And back to just gentle march again. Take some time to recover. And again, we're going to go for it. So 1, 2, 3, sprint those feet. 3, 4, 5. Very good. And back to your march again. We're going to do one more, and that's going to be the end of the warm-up. We're going to start the hard work after that. Just marching those feet for me. Last one then. 1, 2, 3. Sprint those feet. Sprint, sprint, sprint. 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Hopefully by this point you're nice and warmed up and you're ready to start the exercise. So if you're happy, let's continue on to the conditioning phase of your program. Alright, very good then. Let's move on to the conditioning phase. Remember, sitting nice and upright at the front of the chair. And all we're going to do to begin with is we're just going to do some little toe taps. Alright, so toe tapping out to the side this time, okay? Toe tap out the side, and if you find that nice and comfortable, just try and bring an arm in for me, alright? So just take your arm and your leg out to the side. Good. If you find this sort of twisting motion is a bit too much, what you can do is you can do toe taps out in front. That's entirely up to you. We just like to get those muscles down the side of the leg working, so just a few toe taps out to the side is great. Keep going for me, doing really well. Remember, take it all at your own comfortable pace. You should find your breathing just coming up just slightly, so just catching your breath, but still feeling very, very comfortable to do the activity. Excellent. Couple more seconds for me, just tapping out. Excellent, very good. Good, hold it there. Just keep those feet just gently tapping away from me. So you don't want to suddenly stop doing the activity. We want to keep that circulation going. So just tap those toes nice and slightly. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring those weights in, alright? So we're going to do the arm curls, so arms down by the side. So the bottles of water or the weights in your hands, and we're just going to do some nice slow arm curls for me. So take it all at your own comfortable pace, nice and slow. Giving the heart a little bit of a recovery time now. Good. A few more. Excellent. Good. You can pop those weights back down to one side for me. And then we're going to go back into another cardiovascular exercise. So we're going to bring those knees up for me. So bringing those knees up. So like when we're doing our marching. And you're going to tap to the opposite knee as it comes up. So tap into the opposite knee. If you need to, you can tap to the same knee. This provides a little bit more of a challenge, touching to the opposite knee though. Good. Remember, don't bring those knees too high. It's literally just about an inch off the floor, a couple of inches or so, and that'll be absolutely fine, just tapping onto those knees. So engaging those core muscles, a little bit of a twist as well. Remember, if you find yourself getting a bit breathless at all, just do the knee raises, that's absolutely fine. Or just go back to your march or your heel raises, that's perfectly fine. But if you can, keep with those knee lifts. Yeah, keep going, another few seconds for me. Doing really, really well. Excellent. Very good, and hold it there for me. Grab your weights or your bottle of water. You're going to hold it in the middle, just down between your legs, sitting nice and upright, and we're going to row up to the mid-chest. So elbows go out to the side, keep that weight nice and close to your body, elbows up first, no higher than the top of your chest, and then back down again. Good. Remember, keep those toes just tapping away nice and lightly. So this is our upright row. Good. Again, if you feel any discomfort or anything like that while performing any exercises, just avoid them. Either pick another exercise to do or just avoid them completely. That's absolutely fine. You can just keep your toes tapping nice and gently in these active recovery parts of the exercise. Good. And hold it there for me. You can pop that weight down. Good. And we're going to go on to our next exercise now, which is going to be our march and sprint again. Okay, so we're going to shorten that marching time just slightly. So we're going to march our feet. And on the count of 3, we're going to sprint our feet again for a little bit longer than we did before. Remember, keep it for your own comfortable speed. So off we go. Sprint those feet. Very good. And back to our march again. March those feet away. We're going to march for another 15 seconds and we're going to do another little sprint. Keep going. And 1, 2, 3, sprint those feet for me. Keep going. Excellent. And back to your march again. And we're going to do one more sprint, okay? Keep those feet going, doing really well. And off we go, sprint those feet. Excellent, very good, and hold it there for me. Good. Grab your resistance band, okay? And if you've done a resistance program, you'll know how to do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to pass the band round behind us. We're going to get it nice and flat underneath your armpits or your underarms, okay? So it's nice and flat round the back. And we're going to grip the band like so, alright? So just grip it however is comfortable for you. So it could be different for different people, but try and keep the wrist nice and neutral, sitting nice and upright in the chair, and you're just going to push your hands out in front, holding onto that band for that little bit of strengthening across that chest. Good. Couple more for me, doing really well. Excellent, very good, and hold it there. We're going to pop that band down to one side. And we're going to go into our toe taps, okay? So we're just going to do some toe taps out in front. Excellent. And if you're finding that nice and comfortable, we're going to bring the taps and claps in. Good. And you want a bit more of a challenge, you can go a bit higher. And a little bit faster if you can, but remember, work with your own comfortable range and speed of movement. And if you want to, you can go off to the sides, off to the side. Good, and back to the middle again. Remember, if you need to take a little break, you can. Just relax the back of the chair, just keep those toes tapping. We're doing really well. Excellent, hold it there for me. Keep those toes tapping nice and gently. We're going to take our band, and we're going to take an underhand grip on the band. Hands about 2 to 3 inches, just grip that band. Pop our hands on our lap, just keep our toes tapping nice and gently. We're going to draw that band apart slightly, drawing into your belly button, squeeze the shoulder blades together and relax to the middle. Again, just take this nice and gently, nice slow movements, giving the heart a bit of recovery time, working those muscles a little bit. Good. Good. Couple more for me. Nice, slow, comfortable movements. So pull apart, draw that band in towards your belly button, squeeze the shoulder blades together and relax. Good. One more for me. Pull apart, draw in, squeeze those shoulder blades and relax. Very good. You can pop that band down to one side. And we're going to go for those heel digs out in front for me. So heel digs out. Heel dig those feet out in front. Heels on the floor, toes stay off the floor. Again, if you feel this is too much for your thighs, you find it's getting a bit too much tension down here, you can go back to your heel lifts if you need to. But if you can, keep with those heel digs. And we'll try and challenge you a little bit more. Let's bring those arm curls back in for me. And if you can, a little bit faster than we did for the warm-up. It's your last cardiovascular exercise, okay? So doing really, really well. And if you want a bit more of a challenge, you can try and do the opposite arm for me. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Good, keep going, doing really well. Excellent, and we're going to go on to our last activity now, okay? Just keep those toes tapping nice and gently. Grab your hand weights, your dumbbells or your bottles of water again, okay? Arms down by the side. I'm just giving this a slight raise up. No hiding your shoulder, so bring the hands up to the side. No hiding your shoulder and back down again. Nice, slow, comfortable movements. So this is working out your shoulders. You might find it starts to fatigue quite quickly because you're a small muscle group. So at any point you feel it's too much, just release the weights down, give your arms a bit of a shake out and just keep those toes tapping until we finish this section of the exercise. Good. One more for me. Excellent. And relax there. You can pop those weights down. Very good. Keep those toes tapping for me. But very well done. You've finished the conditioning part of the exercise program, so we're going to move into the cool down now. Okay? Well done. Excellent. So we're going to move on to the cool down now. Alright? So all we're going to do is again sitting at the front of the chair. Alright, we're just going to go back to our little march again, so just back to marching our feet. So we're going to bring everything back down again, just the opposite way to what we did at the start. So bring everything back down, marching those feet nice and comfortably. Remember, if you need to, you can return to those heel raises. I know it's very tempting to, after the exercise, to just suddenly slump in your chair, but it's really important that we do a proper cool down after doing our activity. Good, so slow that pace down nice and gently now, just taking everything back down, returning the body to its original state before we start to do the activity. Good, and we're going to go back into our heel digs again, so nice slow heel digs out in front. Nice, slow, little heel digs out in front. Heels down, toes off the floor. Slow that pace down a little bit more if you can. Good, and a little bit slower. Good, and we're going to turn those into toe taps. Just toe taps out. So this time tapping the feet out in front. This time the toe goes onto the floor as opposed to the heel. Excellent. Bringing the feet back to the middle again for me, and we're just going to go for those toe raises. Alright, so just tapping those toes on the floor. Just allowing time for that heart rate to come back to where it was before. Just tapping those toes. Remember, try and sit nice and upright in the chair. The only reason I say that is because I remember that I'm not. I know it's difficult. Good. Slow that pace down a little bit more. And we're going to go into those heel raises, so raising those heels. And back to our toe lifts, just toe raising, nice and slowly now. Good. Just find a spot on the floor, okay? You're going to do a heel and then a toe in that same spot, okay? So heel and then toe. Just a bit of ankle activation, just a bit of mobility for those ankles. Just tapping away for me. Nice and gently, nice and slowly. And we're going to switch over to the other foot, alright, so keep that foot at rest, and we're going to do a little heel toe on that same. Excellent, and back to your walk again. Alright, just tapping those toes nice and gently. Good, relax those arms down by the side. We're going to do a few stretches to ease off those muscles that we've been using today. So, just keep your feet still. You can wiggle your toes in your shoes, and we're going to take the hands, alright? So if you're sitting right at the front of the chair, fantastic. If you need to, just rock a little bit further forward on the chair. Taking the hands towards the back of the chair, to the base of the chair, or if you can, onto the back of the chair. And just push out in front, okay? So you should start to feel a bit of a stretch across the chest. Little bit of tension across there, no pain at all, slight bit of discomfort but no pain. Keep breathing as you do this. We'll just hold this for a few seconds. Good, and release off. Just cross those arms a few times in front just to ease off that. And you can feel that just a bit of a stretch across the back as well. Good, and relax those arms down. Good, let's roll those shoulders back again for 4, 3, 2, so remember all the way forwards, all the way up, all the way back and all the way down. Good, and relax down. And we'll go for more of those shoulder shrugs, so shrug those shoulders up towards your ears. I like to think of my teenager shrugs. Good, one more for me. Excellent, and relax those arms down, give them a shake out. Very good. We're going to do a bit of a twist stretch now, okay? So if you pop your hands onto your knees, you're going to take one hand towards the back of the chair. The other hand is going to come across your body, place on the outside of that leg, and you're just going to ease yourself round slightly. Good. Hold that position, return back round to the middle, and we're going to do that again. So hand towards the back of the chair, same hand again. Take the other hand across, ease yourself round, and back to the middle. And again, one hand towards the back of the chair, other hand comes across, ease yourself round, and release. And we're going to do one more on this side, so hand towards the back of the chair, other hand comes across, and you can ease yourself round. Good, and back round to the middle. Okay, you probably see a little bit better on this side, so take the hand towards the back of the chair, grab onto the back of the chair, other hand comes across onto the outside of that knee, ease yourself round. So imagine you're trying to have a look behind you, see who's coming in the door. So hand towards the back of the chair, other hand comes across, ease yourself round. Good, and return. 2 more on this side, hand towards the back of the chair, other hand comes across, outside of there, just ease yourself round slightly. Remember, any pain or discomfort, just don't do this activity, that's absolutely fine. Hand towards the back of the chair, other hand comes across, and just ease yourself round. Good, and release out, very good. Give yourself a bit of a shake out, ease all that out. Good, we're going to go back to the calf stretch like we did before, so we're going to heel dig out one of our feet, toes pointing up towards the ceiling this time. So before we had them pointing towards the wall, but we want more of a calf stretch on there, so we're going to pull those toes up towards the ceiling, sitting nice and upright, and we're going to flex forwards from the hips from that point. Try and keep the back nice and neutral. So before you probably felt the stretch in the upper part of the back of this leg that's stretched out in front. Now you should feel it in the lower part, in the calf area. If you don't, you just pull those toes back a little bit more, you should feel that just increase in tension. Remember, no pain at all, a little bit of discomfort, but no pain. Fantastic. And ease back out of there, just a wiggle of those feet just to ease that off. And we're going to heel dig out the other foot, toes up towards the ceiling again, sit nice and upright, and you're going to flex forwards from that position, hold that position. Fantastic, and ease out and wiggle out of those feet again. Very good. Sit nice and upright in the chair. To keep those toes wiggling in your shoes if you can. You're going to bring the right arm up in front. You're going to take it across your body. Okay. You're going to use the other arm either on the forearm or the upper arm just to ease it in. So give it a little bit of a hug and pull it in towards you. And again, hold that position. Keep breathing nice and comfortably as you do this. Good, and release down, give that arm a shake out, roll those shoulders back a couple of times. And again, bringing the other hand up in front, we're going to take it across the body. And again, hand onto the forearm or the upper arm, just avoid pushing onto the elbow itself and ease in, give it a little bit of a hug and pull it in towards you. Very good, and relax down, roll those shoulders back again, give those arms a shake out. Good, bringing both the hands up in front of you this time, interlink your fingers in front, and you're going to push your hands away from you, so you feel a bit of a stretch in the upper part of the back. So this is stretching out those muscles across the back, which we use for that upper back strengthener. Just hold them out there, push them away, keep breathing nice and comfortably as you do this. Excellent, and release down. Good, lovely. Last one, and then we're going to hold it there, okay? Hands onto the side of the chair, so grip the side of the chair. Good, and again, we're just going to do a few more of those side bends. This time trying to just dip down a little bit further than we did before, okay? So sitting nice and upright, release one hand, reaching right down towards the floor. Keep the other hand on there just to help support you and get you back up again. And 2, 3, last one, number 4. Excellent. Back up to the middle, and again, release the other hand. You're going to reach down for 1, 2. Imagine EastEnders has come on. You're going to reach down to grab that remote to turn it off. 3, which I'm sure you'll do anyway. Last one, then reaching down. 4, and back up to the middle again. Excellent. Come to the back of the chair, and you can relax there for me, okay? Fantastic. Well done, everyone. You've done your cardiovascular part of your seated program. So well done, everyone.